What's going on? It's your boy Sermon at Sermon's Domain on Twitter. Prime, the duo of Royce the 5'9" and DJ Premier, are putting out a deluxe edition of their debut album, self-titled, of course, on December 11th, I believe. And it'll feature 4 new songs, making the total to, I believe it's 13, because the original album had 9. And it got me thinking, because the original album came out, I believe it was in December as well, maybe almost a year to the day. And I remember back in February they were teasing doing like a deluxe edition. They kind of teased, we got this feature and this feature and this. And I was excited because I had listened to the album a lot. I felt like it was very strong. I was also wondering why there was no deluxe edition at the time. And then it got me thinking, should artists be dropping deluxe edition later? Like, does it need to come at the same time as the standard edition? And I looked at it like this. Dropping a deluxe edition later on kind of breathes new life into an album. For those that have listened to the album, constantly, it gives them another reason to revisit it, especially in an era where everything kind of just comes and goes. Not to say like we forget about everything, but like if you're not a Drake, if you're not a Kendrick, it's hard to keep the conversation going for you. I don't know anybody that's really talking about Prime's album, a couple months after the fact. And that's not to say people aren't listening, but the conversation's just not there. Putting out a deluxe edition later on kind of re-sparks that conversation, because here you are adding, some new records, and people are going to, I would hope people listen to the entire album, but I get that some people will probably listen to the deluxe edition tracks. And my solution, because I was thinking about how people would feel if they put out a deluxe edition. You already bought the standard edition. Well, I was thinking about if like a label, whatever, just put out like the additional songs as like an EP, I guess, for the people that already have the album, like, at a certain price, a couple dollars or whatever, kind of add on to that. So it'll target the people that already have the album, and it will bring in people that don't have the album, because there will be that deluxe edition that they can buy. And now the problem with this idea is that if people know that a deluxe edition is going to come later, then they might not buy the standard edition, even if they can buy the deluxe edition tracks later. But I was thinking about that, and the solution I have for that is like, not every album deserves a deluxe edition. I don't know how to like gauge, what is deserving of a deluxe edition and what isn't. But there's definitely some albums. I feel like maybe a concept album like a Kendrick Lamar or like Logic's latest album, those don't need deluxe editions because they're just concept albums and there's really nothing else to say afterward. Deluxe editions are reserved for albums like a Rick Ross or like a Jeezy, something where there's not too much of a concept to where you can just throw in additional songs and they fit. So I definitely think that it should be more random. I don't know, maybe depending on the label. I know we're probably not going to get into this mode of dropping deluxe editions later, but if we were, I definitely feel like it should more so be random. If there's like an album that comes out as standard, you shouldn't know later on if a deluxe edition is coming or not. Like if an album sells well, I've seen, labels like, I think Nicki Minaj did this. She repackaged her album with new songs, which is basically like another. I think there was a deluxe edition already, but this is kind of like a super deluxe edition. It was repackaged, and I think stuff like that works. But ultimately, I just feel like dropping a deluxe edition later would be a lot better in the long run. It continues to bring in the conversation, and hopefully more artists are seeing what Prime does and adopts that model of business. I definitely think it's gonna work out for Prime, because I'm already excited for the album. It has MF Doom, Black Thought, Logic, some other names too. It was like 4 additional songs, so I'm excited for that. I'm excited to revisit the album too. I haven't listened to it in a while because we've got so much in 2015. But those are my thoughts on, putting out a deluxe edition of your album later. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think that putting out a deluxe edition, months or maybe even a year later is a smart business model? I think also it would also kind of it would give longevity to an album. Something that we see a lot in this industry is albums just they keep coming, but and then people feel like they have to drop quantity over quality. Unless you're one of the top people like a Drake, where you can afford to take off 2-3 years, or a Kanye. But those are my thoughts. Like I said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you see any other problems with dropping the deluxe edition later? Let me know. And then like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Share the video. Follow me on Twitter @SermonsDomain. And as always, I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. And until next time, peace.